Okay, we've got a really wild one here today. We've got a Marc Stevens adherent student who has really swallowed all of the Marc Stevens bullshit. He has practiced for hours and hours in what they call their court role play, where like they pretend they're in court and they go over the script and one acts like a judge and a prosecutor. And this guy is so full of it, he can't contain himself. He just rambles on and on and on. And like most of them, they don't really hear what's being said. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this one. This is part 1 of 2, and I think you're really going to enjoy it.
Pardon me. Where'd you like me, Judge?
Right here. Shut the camera off.
Recording this is not on you, just for audio purposes, just so, you know, I have a record for later.
Okay. So you've got a motion for discovery and grading material, motion to dismiss, file these on your own behalf, sir?
They were filed, yes.
Mr. Aaron, this is going to go a lot easier on you and me if you'll just answer the question directly. Do you file these on your behalf, or do you have someone representing you?
I filed these motions. I was the one that filed them. At the current time, no one is representing me, but I don't wish to waive any counsel.
Okay.
I'm just, you know, here just trying to seek clarifications on a few things. Is the prosecution present?
Prosecution's right there. That's Mr. Applebaum.
That's Mr. Applebaum?
Yeah.
All right.
Would you like time to confer with him?
Well, does he have any evidence that, you know, that was requested on the 24th that those motions were submitted?
Mr. Aaron, this is an arraignment settlement. This is your opportunity to enter a plea of either guilty, not guilty, no contest, or request a setting for trial.
So do I have the right to plead guilty here today?
You've got a right to plead guilty or not guilty or no contest or whatever.
And do I have the right to an informed plea of guilty here today?
Of course.
And do I have the right to be informed to the cause and nature of the proceedings?
Yes, sir.
And who holds the burden of proof here today?
The state does.
And who is the state?
Mr. Applebaum represents the state. The state are all these people you see around you.
Mr. Applebaum represents the state. All right. Now, does
You know, I'm not here to conduct law school.
Whoa, you tell him, Judge. This ain't law school, son.
I'm not trying to conduct any law school, Judge. I'm just simply trying to clarify again. I'm not trying to be imposed upon here today at all. You know, I would just like to be able to get this done here. You said that I do have the right to plead guilty.
Every once in a while, I can maybe tell you what it was I was trying to bring up for your table.
Yes, Judge.
Yeah, stop talking so damn much. You got one mouth and 2 ears. Use your ears, listen.
My apologies.
I don't have a court file.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't even have a copy of what you're charged with at this time. All I have is a docket notation that tells me what the charge is. The only things I have in your file are your filings.
Okay, now this is very important. The judge just told him, I don't have your file. I've got a docket notation here that your case is coming up before me, but oops, I don't have the case in front of me. I'm going to be very limited in what can be done today. Now, I'm telling you all this because listen closely.
The state's file has, for some reason, not been created yet, so I'm limited in terms of what I can tell you about.
Well, Judge, at this point in time, with no file, I move to dismiss for failure to state a case.
Your motion will be denied. The state will have an adequate time to file this.
On what ground?
Now, what doofus here doesn't realize that if the judge was to dismiss the case today, what would happen is the prosecutor would just go up to the office, refile the charges, they would hunt Mr. Doofus down, arrest him again, and put him in a cage, and he would have to bond out again. The judge is trying to keep that from having to happen. Doofus doesn't realize this, so listen as you go along how the judge tries to educate him.
On the grounds that it's premature. They have an opportunity to. Your right to speedy trial is not attached yet. You haven't set it for trial. You haven't requested a trial. You haven't even entered a plea.
Does the prosecution have to respond to relevant motions?
Sure.
And why does the prosecution fail to respond to relevant motions that have now been, you know, in...
Did you serve those?
They were served, and I have video footage of them being served directly to to the DA's office. I have a copy of, I have copies here that are stamped and signed, as you see on that copy. My copies are the same one. So they were served on the 24th. So he's had ample time to go ahead and state a case, put in the proper paperwork, and if he has failed to do so, I move to dismiss at that time.
He has had ample time to respond according to who? According to you? Yeah, okay.
Motion dismissed tonight again. Court's not going to dismiss the case. Court's going to give the prosecution adequate time to prepare and file the case.
And what does the
reset, Mr. Harrington?
Objection, point of clarification, and my intention is to plead guilty here today as long as the prosecution has submitted evidence satisfying.
He's told you he can't, he's limited on what he can do today, Mr. Doofus. You can't make a plea today. He doesn't have your file.
Burden of proof.
As I explained to you, I can't accept your plea of guilty today. I don't have your file. And until I get a file, I can't.
If you have no file, the ethical and in the interest of justice, the thing to do would be to dismiss this alleged case.
Well,
Prosecution, I was arrested and they imposed upon me. They put me in a jail cell. They denied me any type of habeas corpus. They denied me access to, to relevant bond information. Arbitrarily denied a bond for my freedom, and yet you don't have any evidence for that.
I've got nothing before me except your motions.
Well, I'm out on bond, Judge, and that is...
Wait a minute. I thought you said they denied you any information on bond. Whoa, wait a minute.
Is a very heavy imposition for someone that's presumed innocent.
I agree with you.
Am I presumed innocent here today, Judge?
I will do my best to get you a speedy trial.
Judge, my intention is not to go to trial. My intention is to plead guilty. I just want to make the prosecution state their full case in the...
He doesn't want to go to trial, but he wants the prosecution to state their full case. God, that's what a trial's for, Mr. Doofus.
Entirety. I'm just simply trying to clarify, what it is that they're saying that I did. And apparently they've had ample time. I was arrested on the 16th when I was imposed upon by law enforcement.
Okay.
The prosecution has had ample time thus far to state a valid case with no file. I move to dismiss.
Mr. Harris, I got 60 other people I got to talk to this morning.
Well, Judge, I'm just trying to just take care of this matter here today.
Well, why don't you be quiet once in a while, and I can tell you what's going to happen today.
Yeah, shut your fucking mouth.
You can be happy with it or not happy with it. You go to the law library and research what your opportunities are. Mr. Applebaum is right here. I will give him my file, which has a copy of your motion. He can take a look at it and see what he can respond to today from his file and give you copies of whatever you need. You cannot enter a plea today unless Mr. Applebaum is able to rush a court file and get it down.
Then why am I imposed upon being here today? When do I have the right to a fair and meaningful hearing?
You have requested.
You don't have a right to a hearing today. You don't even have a right to make a plea right now. The judge has made this abundantly clear. So no, you don't have a right to a fair and meaningful hearing today.
Twice now, the case be dismissed. I have denied that at this time. State adequate time to prepare and present a file if they should choose to do so.
Well, Judge, the clarification I was trying to get at was, do I have the right to a fair and meaningful hearing here today?
No.
I have no right to a fair and meaningful hearing here today.
This is an arraignment. It is not a hearing. It is not a trial. It is an arraignment.
So I'm just trying to clarify. That was no, I do not have the right to a fair and meaningful hearing here today?
This is an opportunity to enter a plea, except that I cannot accept the plea today because I do not have a file.
If you do not have a file, Judge, I move to dismiss.
And I deny it.
On what grounds?
Tell you what, if I dismiss this, here's what's going to happen, okay? Try to listen to this and see if you can follow it. What's going to happen is, if I grant your motion to dismiss and dismiss this case, your bond is gone, you go out of here, Mr. Applebaum goes back upstairs, they proceed to create the court's file, they issue a new warrant, you get rearrested and brought back in here in 6 weeks. Do you want to do that?
Why are they? Well, if you dismiss, Judge, I don't wish to be. I do not wish to be imposed upon and be placed in jail absent evidence.
I wouldn't think so. That's what I'm trying to prevent from doing. I'm trying to set this up so that we can have a meaningful discussion about what you're charged with. I can't do that because I don't have the charge in front of me.
Well, the other allegations have already been dropped. Why is this prosecution failing to do their job when another prosecution for another person,
another person is not you. It's not your case. It has no relevance to this case.
You may confer with Mr. Applebaum if you would like to.
Can I just get the clarification again that you said that I do not have the right to a fair and meaningful hearing?
You have no right to a hearing at this time. This isn't a arraignment.
Well, Judge, again, I'm simply just trying to clarify a few things.
You have twice moved to have the case dismissed. I have twice denied it.
And you haven't specified clearly exactly what grounds you were denied it on. You said that you do not have a case. So if you don't have a case before you, how am I being forced to stand here in front of you on bond, Judge? What's fair? What is ethical about that? What justice is there in that?
Do you wish to talk to Mr. Applebaum, or do you want me to simply reset your case 30 days out so I have a file? Those are your two choices now. Tell me which one you want.
If he can present evidence and he has evidence that you don't have.
Here to present evidence, you may confer with him.
I will.
He may respond to your motions if he has anything.
If I can, all right, I'll give him the chance to go ahead and speak with them, Judge. Thank you very much for that. If we can't get to any sort of agreement, can I come back and see you? Would I be able to do that?
No, you see her and she will give you a new date.
So is this the only time that I have here in front of you, Judge?
Yes, sir. For today it is.
Do I have a couple more clarifications, if I may?
No, sir. I'm out of clarifications. If you
The judge just ran out of clarifications.
I've got 60 other people to deal with, and you've taken up 10 minutes of it, and I'm unique to them.
Well, I'm just trying to clarify a few things, Judge, but thank you very much.
I don't have the file. Otherwise, get your resetting and go on about business.
Well, I'll go speak with him, but again, I don't wish to. I do not wish to be reset. I'm just trying to handle this matter here today, Judge. I'm a very busy man, as are you.
I understand.
Then I will speak with the prosecution, but we'll see what they can do, Judge. Thank you very much.
Okay, now he's going to go talk to the prosecutor, try to get him to drop or dismiss the case, try to get out of him, well, what does jurisdiction mean? All the standard bullshit. I think you're really going to enjoy this. And listen to this prosecutor's voice and tell me if it sounds like somebody you've heard before. Here we go. Hang on.
Sir. Sir.
Yes.
Would you like to drop the charges, please?
I am not going to drop the charges until I fully review the facts of your case.
I will do it. Okay, and why have you not fully reviewed the facts of the case here today?
Turn that off, please.
Well, why have you not fully...
Oh, I want to say here, watch the people in the background in the gallery here as they go along. They get a real kick out of this.
Review the facts as of thus far.
Please don't have the camera on me, please.
I'm just trying to make sure that I have a proper record, that's all.
You can point it downwards if you want. Just don't put his face in.
Why not? Is he ashamed of what he's doing? Attempting to prosecute without any evidence?
I have plenty of evidence. I have officer testimony. I have a police report.
I see.
And this is what we have. This is a police report indicating what you did.
Okay, so why have you refused to respond to the Brady and Discovery? You clearly have the motion.
Yes, it's a motion to dismiss, and I'm not going to dismiss.
And the motion for discovery. Why have you failed to respond to...
Because you have to look under our Criminal Code 3914 that you are not entitled to any discovery. The only discovery that you're entitled to is to come look at our file. You're not entitled to take any copies of this.
Now, did you hear that, doofus? You're not entitled to discovery. Got it?
All right, well, why have you failed to actually submit any evidence satisfying the element of jurisdiction? Do you only have police statements, or do you have any evidence of jurisdiction?
Sir, the offense committed in Bexar County, that's enough jurisdiction.
Again, you're using logical fallacy and not actually clarifying. I'm asking, have you submitted any evidence satisfying the element of jurisdiction?
What jurisdiction are you referring to?
Whatever jurisdiction you're saying that you have.
The jurisdiction I have is over Bexar County, the state of Texas.
Okay, and have you submitted any jurisdiction that because I am physically located in a geographical position that your codes and statutes, constitution, and laws are applicable?
Yes, you were standing right now in Bexar County, Texas. You were arrested in Bexar County.
What are you clarifying Bexar County, Texas as?
The geography that you were arrested in the city of San Antonio. You were arrested by the city of San Antonio police.
Are you clarifying that Bexar County is the ground that we walk on?
Mr. Henry, this is totally unproductive. This is not giving the opportunity to confer, see if you have discovery.
I'm still trying to clarify with him, Judge, if he...
We'll figure out what the jurisdiction is.
Well, do I have the right to, be...
Do I have the right? Do I have the right? Son of a bitch is always, do I have the right?
Represented here today?
Yes.
If I so wish?
Yeah, you can get a court-appointed attorney if you'd like, if you qualify.
Okay, well, in order to go that route and determine if I actually need to defend myself with representation, I need to first get clarification on what you're stating. I'm trying to find out exactly what you're
Sir, I
what
can
you're
prove the
stating.
elements of the offense of obstruction of a highway by beyond a reasonable doubt. The fact is, though, that I could have an officer come in and testify and say on the stand that he arrested you in Bexar County, Texas, is more than enough for a jury to come back with a guilty verdict.
Boom.
I'm just trying to find out and see if you have submitted any evidence satisfying your element.
Sir, the evidence comes from testimony of witnesses.
The evidence comes from testimony of witnesses?
Yeah.
See, soft-sit doofuses do not understand that testimony of an eyewitness, first-hand testimony, is evidence.
Yes.
So do they have personal first-hand knowledge
Yes,
of, the
they have
of the code's applicability?
Yes, they do.
Really?
I think our work is done here, sir. You are not, I mean, you were asking about jurisdiction. Do you have any other questions that you wish to confer about?
Is that the only evidence of jurisdiction that you're relying on? Is a witness? It's testimony of an officer?
More than enough.
More than enough.
That's what you're relying on.
That is exactly what I'm relying on.
And am I going to get any copies of any other evidence that you have that you're going to respond to?
Pardon?
Do you have any evidence that shows what relevance to the motion and the Brady request?
Sir,
That was just a bunch of mumbling gobbledygook.
Brady is an ongoing duty. We are not aware of any Brady violations at this time.
Okay, and how about the discovery request? Do you have any of those informations in your packet?
As I said to you, sir, you are entitled to read a copy of the police title to. If you would like to read a copy of
Is
the
that
police
the only evidence of jurisdiction that you have?
At this time, it is. If you would like, then it sounds like you want a trial. If you want,
No, I'm not trying to go to trial. I would love to plead guilty. I have an unsigned plea of guilt. I'll sign. I'll submit it to the court. Your job is easy. I'm just wanting to see if you've submitted any evidence satisfying the element of jurisdiction, yes or no.
Mr. Beard, they haven't at this time because I don't have a file. When the file comes, it will have a sworn information in it, and that will be the basis of the jurisdiction. It will make a sworn allegation of some violation of the basis of the laws of the state of Texas occurred here in Bexar County on X date by a white person. X date being the 16th, white person being you.
Okay, the judge just explained to him how jurisdiction is going to be established and what evidence of jurisdiction is going to be had.
Well, why have they failed to submit any evidence thus far? How is it ethical to impose upon someone without any evidence and keeping a bond over me? Judge, I moved to quash the bond so we may clear up this, this issue.
Mr. Aaron, I've already explained to you what's going to happen. If I grant your motion to dismiss, they refile the case, you're going to get rearrested. I'm trying to avoid doing that, but I have to reset your case for 30 days.
Well, I move that you stipulate to be with prejudice. That you dismiss the case and stipulate it to be with prejudice, Judge.
You can't make it be with prejudice. I haven't heard any reason to make it prejudice.
Because they have absolutely no evidence at this point to impose upon you. All they have is just, opinions of men in uniform. All they have is the fact that they have a gun and that they can enforce things. That's all that they have. They don't have any ethical background to go ahead and justify their claims. And they don't have any paperwork that I have seen that can justify their claims.
If you'd like to file an application, Mr. Applebaum, I'll be happy to dismiss this.
No, Judge, I think we're going to stick with this one now. But, unless you want to do contempt of court.
Prosecutor, no, Judge. We're not going to let this one go. Now, if you want to, that's a different story.
Yeah. Do that for me. What period of time do you set by bond motion?
Judge, I'm simply trying to handle this matter here today.
This is a court order. Come up here, sign your reset, go about your business, you may come back and present any motions you want to present at the next setting, which will be on November, what's the next setting? December 9th.
Judge, I'm simply just trying to handle this matter here today to get clarification.
You cannot handle this matter today. I've already denied your motions to dismiss. I've explained to you I have no court file. Sign this, and come back on December 9th.
Respectfully, Judge, I'm just trying to clarify. If I don't sign that,
Clarifications are done now. This is your notice of the next setting. Your case is here. Take this. You don't even have to sign it. Okay? Put it back in the file. The case is reset till November, December.
well, objection, point of clarification, Judge. I don't wish to be reset. I'm simply trying to handle this matter here today. Do I not have the right to handle this matter here today?
You cannot handle this matter today. I don't have the file. I'm not going to have the file for a while. I'll have the file on December 9th. You can ignore everything you want.
Well, Judge, I moved to quash the bond then, so I don't have to worry about evidence
If I quash your
imposing.
bond, you go back to jail.
Not
Whoa, yeah, I'll revoke your bond and you can just go right back to jail. Now it's starting to get heated here. Hang on, here we go.
if you say that it's not ethical to place me in jail, Judge.
Don't have any information before me to just.
If you have no evidence in front of you, how are you denying my motion to dismiss? I thought this was supposed to be a place of equals and not a star chamber, Judge.
As I've already explained to you, the state is being given a reasonable time to get the file prepared.
And what do you declare as reasonable time?
30 more days from now is reasonable time.
Why are they continuing to get ample time? Judge, that shows a bias from on your end that the prosecution is getting time.
You're excused. You may leave now.
Am I being threatened out of the court, Judge?
Let's
go.
Why is the bailiff putting hands on me? Please don't touch me, sir.
I'm escorting you out of the courtroom.
Please don't touch me. I'm just trying to find out from the
Let's
judge.
go.
Please, sir, don't
Judge said
touch
you're
me.
done. Let's go.
Why are you touching me,
Please
Judge?
step out
Why are
of the
you
courtroom.
touching me? Why are
Please
you
step out of
placing
the
your
courtroom.
hands
You
on me?
Step out of the courtroom.
Don't place your hands on me.
Step out of the courtroom.
Do not place your hands on me, sir. I feel threatened.
Step out of the courtroom.
Do not place your hands
Step out
on
of
me.
the courtroom.
Name and badge number.
You can see it right now on your camera. Step out of the courtroom. That's right. Step out of
Badge
the
number,
courtroom.
sir. Don't touch me.
Step out of the courtroom.
Sir, do
Step
not
out of the
touch
courtroom.
me. Badge
go.
number. I'm just trying to get your badge
Let's go.
number.
Let's go. Let's go.
2898,
Let's
or is
go.
that a 9?
Let's go. Come on.
If you would articulate it, I'd be on my way.
Let's go.
If you would articulate it, I'd be
Let's
on
go.
my way. Can I have your name and badge number, please?
Send me a perimeter to 4-4.
Can I have your name and badge number? Please. I just like the
go.
name and badge numbers of the man who assaulted me.
The judge said your business is done. You have no business in the courtroom. Let's go.
I'm not in the courtroom, but now I'm trying to find out the name of the man who assaulted me.
Let's
May
go.
I have your name, please?
Let's go.
Can I have your name and badge number?
You have
please?
it on camera. Let's go.
I don't have your badge. I don't have your badge
You
number.
have it on
I cannot
camera.
see
Let's
it.
go.
It's
It's on
mistruth.
camera. Let's go.
It's
We don't have an argument, me and you. Let's go.
you assaulted me, sir.
I did not assault you. Let's
Your
go.
hands are on me now, and you were touching
You're
me.
refusing my orders to leave
What lawful authority do you have,
because the
sir?
judge is done with your business. You're done
Can I
with
get your
business.
name and badge number, and I will be?
You have it.
Name and badge number,
You
and I
have
will
it.
be.
You
Please
have it.
take your
Let's go.
hands off me.
You can either
Could you
take the
articulate
elevator or
your
you can
number?
take the stairs. Let's go.
I don't feel safe with
Let's
you.
go.
Please. I'm going down the stairs. I thought you
Okay,
gave me
fine.
another
Let's go.
chance.
Let's go then.
Don't get your hands off
Let's
me.
go.
Fucking pig.
Well, they've just given him evidence of their jurisdiction. I hope you've enjoyed that. The next go-round is unbelievable. You won't believe what type of hearing it is. I've never seen such a type of hearing in my experience. So hang on. We'll be back.